Fast forward to 2024 and a couple years of program evolution and increasing sophistication and capabilities from some of our DERMS providers and EV aggregators that we work with. We now support 4 different makes of chargers, in addition to 24 different models of EVs. And we've got sort of a 2-tiered program. And from the regulator's perspective, this is the baseline tier and the advanced tier. But we've made it a point, we go out to customers and try and talk to them about these programs. They don't know what that means. So we've sort of rebranded, the names of those programs, which I think is a really important point, to that sort of baseline or entry level tier being the off-peak rewards program, and the advanced tier being scheduled charging. And that's where we're doing the active management and actually setting a schedule for a customer by sending them a survey and getting their input on their charging behaviors, and then sort of managing that charging appropriately behind the scenes. You can see for the off-peak rewards program, there's a bit of complexity to that, because we do have an active demand response program or offering associated with the same hours that we're covering with the passive program. So we tell customers, don't charge during the hours of 3 to 9 p.m. At any point, and if you do more than 80% of your charging during off-peak hours, we'll give you $10 a month. In addition, we have demand response, the option to do some demand response events during the summer months, which covers that same window of time. And this gets into a bit of a, this is a regulatory requirement, but really it's, sort of covering the same bases there with, you're telling a customer not to charge during these hours, but then for anyone that sort of is plugged in, we're going to have the ability to intervene and reduce your charging during our demand response events. Next slide. So I thought I'd end here with some results to date. So we've got over 4,400 customers enrolled in our program, and those are the customers who have come straight to managed charging, or they've taken any sort of rebates, and their participation is now required in the managed charging program. And what we're finding is that the ratio of customers coming in, it's about 3 to 1. So about 70% of customers are participating through their chargers, where around 30% are participating through telematics. And we've got 78% of customers in the off-peak program hitting that 80% charging goal. So that was something when we set up the program, we went on very limited information to sort of set what that charging goal should be. Should it be like 70%? Should it be 90%? And it seems that 80% was kind of the sweet spot with what we'd hoped for, where you're getting a majority of customers complying. But the good part about having this 2-tiered program is for those customers who aren't complying, we sort of have a series of communications that we've set up to reach out to those customers and say, hey, it looks like you've missed your charging goal for the last 2 months. We can help you manage this if you enroll in our scheduled charging program. Would you like to complete this survey so that we can help you manage your charging better, and you can be guaranteed to earn your incentives every month? So we sort of had that approach with the default program being this off-peak rewards program, because it's the simplest for customers to understand. We also think of it as sort of like a gateway to getting customers comfortable with the idea of having the utility sort of involved in their car ownership, because this is sort of a relationship change for them, and getting them used to the idea of paying attention to the times that they're charging and thinking about how this is now an interaction that you have with your utility in a space where previously you were going to a gas station.